Well, here we are. Vlogging time again, isn't it? Great. Well, welcome back to whatever the hell I called it last time, Jams Vlogs, something like that. Basically, this is going to be the vlog evaluation for FMP and the first year. So, without further ado, I think we should get right into it. So, for my final major project, I was creating a music video on the song Punk by BVD-LVD, and it was going to be very stylized towards being a rebel and going against stereotypes. And I wanted to make it because not only does it represent kind of my music taste, but it proves a point. It has a reason. It's a really shit way of putting it, but yeah, there you go. So, with my music video, there were multiple conventions that I was going to use, but the ones which would make the most difference would be lip syncing. Well, I suppose cutting to the beat, and you would have to have concepts of performance, narrative, concept. Well, yeah, duh. But the main point is these make the most difference because they're used in more mainstream music videos across the world and on different streaming platforms such as YouTube, Spotify. I think they don't have videos on SoundCloud. Basically, in the end, to to do this idea, I needed to do quite a bit of research, such as there's a research report, obviously. I did do one of those, and then after the whole lockdown, it was stuck at college, so I never got it. That's my own fault. Well, we had deconstructions to do as well on the different music videos, which I also lost. So all my research went to shit, basically, what I could prove. But, other than that, at least I still got my research done in my head, so I could do the idea. Now, I don't know if this is pre-production or research, but I also did a feasibility study to see if my ideas would be realistic or not, in which they were. Because, to pull off my ideas, I'd need certain props or places rented out, and in the end, I actually had the money for that. So, or was able to acquire the money for that quite easily. So yeah. So, the products which I took inspiration from is probably Don't Look at Me by BVD-LVD, and also Rap Music by Lil Darkie. These two songs fit the same genre and kind of style with the rebelliousness as the song that I'm doing, Punk. They both helped add on to my idea because, in the end, they helped set a goal to work towards, something I had to make it as good at, but because of the whole coronavirus thing, it never got fucking filmed or whatever. But yeah, it's pretty shit. Fuck you, coronavirus. Jesus, I should probably tone down on the swearing. Professionalism, Right. So, I did test shoots for mine, and I think I used a green screen for the test shoot. No, that was my other music video. For this one, it was, that's it. First of all, I used a tripod dolly on multiple different types of surfaces. For instance, the carpet inside, the smooth laminate inside and the cobbles outside. I found the cobbles outside were absolutely terrible. Couldn't get a shot that wasn't shaky. So I didn't think I'd be using that in there. I also used the crane gimbal, which was amazing. Stable shots all the time. You just have to be light-footed with it. Going down a corridor, getting stable shots, filming Chris, and then Chris filming me. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate the help of teaching me how to use that. It's good. I'm going to edit this bit out. Right. And my last test shoot was using the... oh, what's it called? Flycam. That's it, the Flycam. Which is really difficult to use. I couldn't get a single stable shot, but that's because I'm terrible at using it. If I were to get better at using it, I could get the best shots you ever see. So, I was doing these test shoots to test the equipment, hence it's called test shoot. But rather than doing techniques, to test the equipment. That's what I was trying to say. I'm an idiot. But still, hear me out. I'm not a complete idiot. I somehow managed to get the distinction level 2 on level 2 media. Okay? So, I'm not a complete idiot. I may repeat myself, I may jibber jabber, but... no, I'm an idiot. While I was doing these test shoots, I learned how to use the equipment effectively. And, like, basically how the tripod dolly was terrible on the cobbles, but it was great on the smooth floor. And how I wasn't too good at using the fly cam, but the crane gimbal was great for it. Yeah, that's basically what I learned. And I need to find an example of where it was used. All sorts of movies, to be honest. They use crane gimbals and actually I think they use dollies on rails instead, rather than just the wheeled dollies, to get side shots, which is good. So, after Chris had helped me with the setup, when I did the test shoots myself, it was harder than expected. But, oh, with the Flycam, sorry. The Flycam, it's harder than expected. And, basically, if I ended up making the project and coronavirus hadn't screwed us over, I would have used the equipment. I actually would have used it, yeah, like the crane gimbal if I was allowed to take it out of college grounds, and maybe the dolly in conditional circumstances. But yeah, I'd have to use those to make it look more professional and to get better shots out of it, really. Quality is key. I also did some other research, like I had a look into other existing products, and then also the demographics and psychographics that would relate to my product itself. Those should be at the bottom of the feasibility study. And I, like, when it comes to researching stuff that would be specific to my product, I did have a look at teenagers and how they rebel from society. I don't know what document that's in, but that's definitely in one of them. Right, so in the end, I chose to continue my final idea because I really like the general feel of it. It's to my music taste. I had some amazing ideas, and when it comes to course requirements, that would include basically the basic pre-production, like shot lists, risk assessments, recce reports. Oh, what else? Shoot plans, treatment, proposal, all of that. Next, seeing as my production schedule, right, had everything down for filming and all that, which I would say were the essential parts, my production schedule wasn't quite as useful as it could have been, because obviously we didn't record anything. But when it comes to actually making the pre-production and getting all the dates and stuff, it was perfect. I had all the dates on there, and I could just copy them over and put them in. Altogether, I made a lot of pre-production documentation. This included production schedule, treatment, proposal, risk assessments for all 3 locations, shot lists for all 3 locations, call sheets for all 3 locations, shoot plans for all 3 locations, a contingency plan, a budget, and recce reports for all 3 locations. So I'd say the production schedule was quite useful because, it was useful for all of the other pre-productions because it had the timings down, locations, all of the useful information. The treatment was also quite useful because it gave an overview of what my product was going to be. I was about to say is going to be, but obviously it didn't happen. And the proposal was also good because it helped me prepare for some of the larger writing tasks that I'm going to need to do for the future. The risk assessments were pretty easy to do, and they're quite useful because I actually got some good ideas while writing those. The shot lists, that would be very, very useful because otherwise, how else are you supposed to know what shots you're doing when you're actually filming? Call sheets are also useful, so you know what members of your cast and crew are there or not. Shoot plans. Well, I have a shot list, so I don't know why I need a shoot plan. Just putting it out there. Budget's very useful as well, so you know what the roundabout cost of equipment is for the future. Contingency plan is one of the most important parts. If you don't have a contingency plan, you're screwed, because you don't have that time to refine afterwards and make everything better or fix mistakes that you find last minute. And then the recce reports is kind of the same as the risk assessments. Yeah. My timekeeping and organisation skills were dreadful. Although, actually, my organisation skills are really good with workflow. I even tidied my room, but that has nothing to do with it. But workflow. My workflow on the computer is impeccable. It's great to look through. Although I'm now realising there's no evidence to support that. Oh. Right. And then meeting deadlines, I was alright, I suppose. This is... Yeah. Right, onto the production section. Well, so for this bit, I wasn't actually able to film anything. I had a lot of stuff planned. I was going up to Bristol to film at Millennium Square, the Bear Pit, and the Hippodrome Theatre. And basically, I was hoping to create a music video that would keep your heart pumping fast. It would get your blood racing, keep you excited throughout the entire thing, not knowing what to expect next. And my production plan was pretty much... So I think we were going to the Hippodrome first to get that out of the way, because that was probably going to be the hardest one to film. The Bear Pit second, since it's probably going to be quiet there, so it's easier to film. And then Millennium Square, since I'd need that for the ending anyway. Because at the ending I was planning on going backwards off of a railing into the river there, actually. And it was going to be really cool, and it was going to have safety precautions and all that, I swear. It really wasn't. But still, it was going to be great. Man. Can't believe I couldn't do that. And I was planning to do it with my brother, actually. My brother was going to be helping me by filming and being my cameraman if I wasn't doing it myself. I was going to be the only actor in there as well, and the equipment I was going to use was going to be... I was basically just going to use the 80D camera, the Liebeck tripods, the crane gimbal, if I could, or the tripod dolly. That was going to be a good one to do. Man. And a couple of the techniques I was going to use, it would be lip syncing. That's more of a convention, I guess, but I might as well list them anyway. Lip syncing, cutting to the beat. Well, yeah. That's pretty much it. I was going to use some good props as well. Like, I was actually going to buy a mannequin, so I could just have a mannequin chilling in the corner of my room whenever I wasn't using it. It was going to be awesome, man. But yeah. It was going to be a mannequin. Like, a mannequin. Alright, I'll stop now. It's a mannequin. Well, this is going to be the last section of the FMP part. And this is talking about how the coronavirus has affected my project. And how I feel about it. So... it's massively affected my project. It's of a way lower quality. I'm probably only barely going to get a pass when I could have gotten well past the pass. Past the pass or no. But basically, I probably could have done way better if I'd have actually filmed it, and I'm very disappointed. But it can't be helped, I suppose. And being at home, it's difficult to motivate yourself to get the work done, but as you can see here, I'm eventually getting it done. Now I have to talk about what my isolation's been like. Well, I'll put it bluntly, it's been outright lazy. I've been lying down, doing nothing except college work, and lying down, literally. Unless I'm, I don't know, going out for a walk with the dog and my dad. Yeah, baked cookies this one time. They were quite good. What else? I don't know, really. It's been alright. I don't mind staying inside since I'm pretty much introverted anyway. Nah, I'm really not. It depends. Depends on how I'm feeling. But yeah. My mental health has been heavily affected by this, but... it is what it is. Yeah, that's that bit done. I suppose. Oh wait, no. Yeah, I've been keeping in contact with friends, family. Actually, I've been trying to quit smoking recently. It's going well. Horrible withdrawal symptoms, but it's getting there. I haven't had a fag in like 4 or 5 days now, which is really good for me, seeing as I'm having one almost every hour usually. So I think this is something good's actually come out of this. And yeah, that's the F&P part complete. Oh, year overview, here we come. Alright. Part 4, the year overview. Man. End the year. So at the beginning of the course, I was confident. I was really confident. I was like, yeah, I know this stuff. Yeah, it's pretty good. And now I don't feel as confident, but I am still confident. I'm not as confident because I realise there's way more to it. Like, the jump between level 2 and level 3 is massive. Seeing as I was, like, I got a level 2 distinction in, well, yeah, level 2. And now I'm getting a level 3 pass. That jump is massive between the two, work-wise, and how much you have to do and what quality it has to be up to. So, I'm not feeling as confident, but what I always say is just shut the hell up and get on with it, and just try your best. You're going to do what you're going to do, because if you don't try your best, then you're obviously not going to get anything good out of it. So I am trying my best with this, and I'm only getting probably a low level 3 pass, but it's better than nothing. I'm trying my hardest with this. And if I had to talk about my favourite units in the first year, it would probably be... Well, Screen Life was pretty fun. I just sat down in front of a camera and ate a cake for 4 minutes straight. It's probably my worst one, but Interactive Magazine. Oh my god, Interactive Magazine was probably my overall favourite other than Screen Life. And Photography. Photography was great. They were my favourites because, well, yeah, Screen Life because I just sat down and ate a cake. Interactive Magazine because InDesign was so fun to learn and use. Learning new technology, like new software and stuff that I haven't used before, I love it. Since I'm a total science geek and learning new stuff is what I crave. So learning InDesign, how to use it, and making something such as an interactive magazine with like a working contents and working lightsabers and all that and special effects was something big for me, and I found it so fun. I would do it all again. I probably should have done it again before FMP, to be honest, but right. And for photography, just getting out there in the world, going to the Maw and Minions and taking those photos with Raffi and Esme. It was good. It was so good because it's so beautiful out there. The world is, and the photos you can like take out there are endless possibilities. I'll tell you. Oh man, it's so good. After experiencing my first year of creative media, my plans have kind of changed. I think I'm going to go on to be a freelance media business type thing, or like a freelance media designer. When before, I don't know what I was going to do, so technically, yes, it's changed because at first I didn't know what to do, but now I do. And I'm thinking that because I've currently got a job like it now. I actually have one client so far, and I'm getting like £10 to £15 per job. They're small jobs at a time, like just editing videos or putting statistics into spreadsheets so the client doesn't have to, like with their advertising and all that. So basically, they're just being a bit lazy and paying me to do it for them. Well, I say that, but it's more like they don't know how to do it professionally. Yeah, I do because of the pre-production, like the budget and all that. I know how to lay it out. I know how to use Excel and the I think it's called VRA code to make it automatically sort itself out into pounds and all that. And yeah. And to achieve this new goal, I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna get my degree, and I think you get a degree from college. I swear, something like that. And I think I might go to uni. It'll be tough, but if I go to uni, I suppose I have a higher chance of being hired because I have more. I was about to say professions, but it's qualifications. And then, yeah, I can become a freelance media, or I could join up with a media firm actually, if that's a thing. And yeah, sounds like a plan. So I got a lot of feedback on my previous units as well, like my music video. Lots of people thought it wasn't quote unquote college appropriate. So the music video was of a musical, which is designed for ages 14 and up. It has serious topics in it, yes, concerning suicide and terrorism, like school shootings. It's set in America and all that. So I needed to create some sort of music video for it, but I had to dumb down the video so much to be college appropriate. For instance, removing entire scenes and images. But hey, I got to keep the on-screen girl hanging herself, because that happened in the actual musical and it's shown. So I wanted to make it as kind of realistic as possible to the real thing. As naturalistic as possible to the real thing. And yes, I could have made it more college appropriate. I could have picked a more college appropriate song, but you can't. Sometimes you have to face in life, these things happen. They're real. They're bad. They're certainly not good, yes. But some people turn it into media entertainment, such as these musicals, and if other people want to create music videos of them, then they can do that. I don't really see how it's not really college appropriate, seeing as it's got completely nothing to do with our college. Hell, it's set in America. It's set in America and it's about high school. But still, that's enough of that rant. So I could have done my music video way better anyway by maybe doing better scenes with the green screen and actually including better backgrounds. But in the end, I got rushed because I was still doing my I was finishing off my interactive magazine when we started music video, and I kind of rushed in music video so I could get onto FMP on time, so I would have the designated amount of time for it. So that ended up coming out pretty badly, if I do say so myself. I mean, the final version won't even export. And then other units I could have improved on would have probably have been, well, induction, but everyone wants to improve on their induction. There's nothing I could have done there. Podcast. I could have done the podcast way better. It was horrible, to be completely honest. Music magazine was alright. Actually, no, music magazine was awesome. My music magazine, banging. Basically, yeah. Those are the units I think I could have done better. In the second year, I'm hoping to learn kind of about drones and how they use them to film things from above, and how you get like bird's eye shots and all that using the set drones. And I'd also like to be better at using the green screen and incorporating it into my videos, and maybe mess around with some double exposures. That'd be some pretty cool stuff to do. And I'm going to try and do that by, well, just testing it out in the studio, to be honest. Booking out the studio at lunchtime, going in there, grabbing the equipment I need from the store, and yeah, just having a blast, see what I can do. And then I can edit them as test shoots and put them up on my page. Yeah. And last but not least, well, it's your main objective for the second year. My main objective is just to survive, just to get through it, because I'm going to try my best. I need to get through this and try my best just to get that degree at the end, because once I have that, I think I'm set to go on my own. But it's also going to be to learn as much as I can in that time, and get as much done as I can. Because if not, I don't think I'm going to make it through my plan for the future. Thank you for joining me on this massively long vlog, which was unnecessarily long, but I really wanted to go into detail about some things. So, well, there's nothing much else to say except hope you're all safe, having a good time. And yeah, I was hoping to get this to half an hour, but by the looks of things, I'm not going to be able to talk for that long, so, well, Finn.